All right. Hey, we're live. I got a good signal here. Hey, just checking in on everybody. Anybody that checks in, we're driving in the. Well, we're parking on the road. I guess there's been a incident of some sort on the highway here. We're trying to motivate on, and I just thought I'd hang out and see who else is out there, see what's going on. Is we pretty much sit still. Like looks like the tow truck's coming up now. So see what's going on out there. See how everybody's doing. Here he comes, slowly but surely. He should be pulling up here soon. You see him pulling up there. So we're pretty much parked. I guess they're clearing something out. We got quite a bit of snow today. It kept melting and falling and melting and falling. So it's not like a big accumulation, but it's just steady. It's supposed to get pretty good amount tonight, I guess. There it comes. That's pretty bright. There's your yellow lights. Somebody got in a fender bender of some sort. If I'm out of his way or not. There we go. Give him a little bit of room. Fun in the sun here. Hey, what's up, Tommy boy? Yeah. Oh, how about, what is that stuff? Right? Who else is in here? Killdeer, how you doing? Carson City. Big city of, well, outside of it, but close enough. But I got Bubba, how's it going in your neck of the woods? You probably got a little snow in your area, well, or rain, depending on how that last storm hit you. But I don't got nothing else to do, so turn on the YouTube. What else, right? I watched Tony's video of him driving through North Vegas, so here's me sitting still. It's like, he's supposed to have all the traffic. Why am I sitting in traffic? So did everybody see the stock markets today? I know, Tommy boy, I know you're watching the markets. We have officially reached a bond inversion as of yesterday afternoon, I believe. The 2-year, or is it 3-year and 5-year, were inverted from each other, which means you get less return on a long-term bond than you want a near-term, which is backwards. So definitely continue to watch your markets. The economy is not doing good, folks, as much as they want to lie about it. Oh, click this over here. It's getting a little warm. Yeah, there you go, Tommy boy. Greggy Marino, he's on it. You know who to listen to. Yeah, he's on point on all of it. Filling everybody in with the news, letting everybody know. But yeah, between Paris burning down and those market indications, it's looking more and more like unsettlement is coming. Right? Snow where you are, bug out. Right on. Yeah, you're probably getting a lot more than us. We're just getting enough just to make all these Californians freak out, and they don't know how to operate motorized vehicles or whatnot. At least that's my story. That's who I'm blaming it on until further notice. Is all the Californians. My goodness, time boy, quit bragging. Dropped off an 8-ounce. Dropped off an ounce of gold. UPS working at 8 in the evening. They must have some long routes to be running that long. That's crazy. Hey, West Wind, what's going on? I like that. You got quite the package there of craft items. It'll be interesting to see what you can make out of that there, West Winds. You had a interesting score in the mailbox Monday. Yeah, stock up on that gold, Tommy boy. You never know when it might come in handy. You can always convert it to gold bullet casings or something else if you need to, right? Can you reload a gold bullet case? You could probably do that. It's not much softer than brass, is it? Maybe just mix it a little bit with some nickel or something. I don't know. It's always a possibility. It's metal. Hey, Miss B. Stacy, how you doing down there? I was just commenting on how Tony was driving through North Vegas, no problems, and I'm stuck in traffic. Typical. I don't think they forgot Killdeer. I think they never knew. Yeah, Tommy Boy, good call. But I would always remember this too. I still think that the price of silver will be closer to zero than it is now after the crash. You know what I'm saying? I think there's still opportunities to be found if we have any cash to motivate with. But at that point, we'll need all the stuff you need just to buy staples and survival items. So yeah, stocking up's always good now for what you can use. We'll probably be cashing in what we have at that point anyway. You know the idiots down here, Westwind? It's a mix of idiots. I'm not near Reno, so Reno's worse. I was listening to the radio before I hooked this up, and the traffic report out of Reno was like an accident in every direction. I don't think you can get out of Reno unscathed right now, such as it is. But what does everybody think about this Paris thing? These riots, they're trying to, there's two different angles on it. People are trying to say it's just about the taxes, and people are also saying they're just, it's about anti-globalism. It's about getting Macron out of there, which seems to be the indicator. They suspended the tax, the fuel tax there in Paris, or in France in general, but they say the protests will go on. They want Macron out, which is a good indicator that maybe we'll get some good resistance to finally end this shadow of an economic system in the EU and expose it for what it really was, a theft of the people's wealth, essentially. But definitely keep an eye on that. That Paris situation was definitely that's not protest. Like I said in some of the articles, that they consider it an insurgent movement, and that's what they need. They're going to have an insurgent movement to recover, get anything back. Off-grid lifestyle, how you doing? You hear a diesel engine, right? The ears are finely tuned, right? Oh, Tommy Boy, to Pastor Dow's last video, yeah. I don't know. They can string this thing along so much. It just depends on the people's faith in the system. In France, obviously, they have lost faith in the system. So it just depends, you know? Yeah, Stacey, hopefully they finally realize that it's not working. I don't know if they'll get to the point where they realize socialism doesn't work, but at least they can deconstruct the centralized government, get out of the EU, get rid of that mess, and that'll go a long way to solving the other problems. Yeah, Tommy Boy, they're throwing rocks. Did you see the picture though, Tommy Boy? They found a loaf of bread with a knife in it. That the police confiscated from somebody, I guess, during the protest. So they're concealing weapons and things. There's a story of they stole a rifle out of a police officer's vehicle, which I didn't know French police were allowed to be armed. But that's definitely interesting. There's a good meme out there. It's got the guy and girl in bed, and she's like, I bet he's thinking of other women, and the guy's thinking, how do I smuggle guns to the French? Yeah, somebody needs to get in that business, right? Help the French out a little bit. There's some anecdotal video that they're shooting protesters. There's a video of the night before last of what looks like a tracer round, and a guy gets taken out. I don't know why they would use tracer rounds to begin with. If they're using direct. You know, a sniper doesn't usually use tracer rounds. But that was an interesting video because it looked like a tracer round. But I don't know why they would use them. It doesn't make any sense. But who knows? But that was kind of disturbing. I saw it on the Twitter. I haven't shared it anywhere. I don't think I've seen it anywhere else. But that was an interesting video to see if they're going to... and it was a guy just standing out in the middle of an intersection. It wasn't like... he didn't look like a ringlet or anything. But if they're taking out select targets like that already, it's already... France has fallen, and they gotta just reset it. It's time for reset if they're going to that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, M. Long, how you doing? Snowing in your area. Right on. There's like a little bit of snow for everybody just in time for Christmas, right? Everybody gets to enjoy their Christmas dinner in the snow. Go some sledding or something. Tommy Stock 64, good evening. How you doing? You missed that video, Tommy? Yeah. Hey, Truth Freeze, how you doing? The protesters put a guillotine in a public square, like legit, like stood one up and like said, this is where we're going to. A state of art guillotine, like mass production. Like they'll just, what was it, 1789, ain't got nothing on them, or whatever year, was it 1789, 1793, something like that? Ain't got nothing on what they're getting ready to knock out there. Hey, Wes S. That's why it's called the high desert, Wes. There's snow in them there hills. I might do a video in the morning from outside just to show everybody the snow. It's the first real snow we've had this year. Mule Team 66, what's going on? $1.80 where you are? Wow, $1.80? Are you serious? It's a full 282, what, 288, 285, 289. I think I saw 299 around here. You got under $2. That's... We get stuck with that California gas is why ours is so expensive. Hey, El Tenda, what's going on? I can't help but stay safe, El Tenda. I got a truck in front of me. It's like I can't go, but I'm crawling as it is. We're just crawling along. $1.92 in Kentucky. Man, you guys are making out for sure. I think diesel here is still over $3. I might have seen a flat $3 somewhere. But fuel here is still expensive because we get that side California processed from California refineries, so we get a little bit of their bump. We don't pay full California prices, but we still pay more than we should. We pay a lot more than Utah. Just the way the supply lines are made. And we don't have enough people to like have a dedicated run from Salt Lake, I guess, something like that. Wes, 235 euro. That's kind of expensive for Texas, isn't it, Wes? Yeah, Truth, that's our prices right there. Who was talking about armed Antifa mule team? Armed Antifa in Seattle? Well, it's not the first occasion. We saw them armed in Arizona. You can carry all the arms you want. It's the mentality that goes behind it that's important. A lot of people are going to have to realize that you could pick up all the arms you want. It's the will and the need and the necessity to use them that's going to be the question mark. That goes for everybody, not just Antifa. In France, the question is how far much further are they going to go with that whole French thing? You know, is this going to go to revolution, or is it who's going to back down first, I guess? Who's going to blink? You got firefighters, EMS guys, the ambulances, and everybody siding with the people. encircling government buildings and such. But I don't know. West Wind, you went to an Antifa shindig and nobody showed up? Their armed revolution? Right? This is taking entirely too long. We've been on here 15 minutes. I've moved maybe a quarter mile. Maybe we'll get some video of the culprits up here once we get close. Yeah, West Winds probably did scare him off, Wes. Bug out Bubba. Your gas price went from $1.89 to $2.49? Are you serious? There's been no event to cause that. I haven't seen any reason for that to go down. That doesn't make no sense, because I mean, oil prices were what, 54 bucks today? I mean, that's not doesn't justify no 50 cent increase. Did you have like a interruption in your area or something? That's crazy. Let's see if I can change this perspective a little bit. Ease up on my fingers. That doesn't help you guys at all, does it? Yeah, well, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, that stock market drop today, though, is definitely something to keep on the eye out. And again, the key for all that is the bond market. And we talked about it, inverted bond yields months and months ago. Been talking about it all year, and now it happens. And they're trying to play it off. They've got several articles on CNBC on the front page about people who are like, a bond inversion doesn't mean what you think it means, and it's not that bad this time. And they're going to go through extraordinary measures to keep everything propped up, of course. So, you know. Mule Team, the French have had more revolutions than we have in the past 250 years. Yeah, but ours were a little bit more violent, though, Mule Team. You'd have to say the Civil War took out a lot more Americans than the French Revolution did, I believe. I look cold. Now, I'm hot, actually. I probably should shed a layer, but I'm in the vehicle. I turned off the heat earlier. Oh goodness, truth is bringing up the bushes. They can't put that guy on the ground fast enough. There's a day of memorial. I have never heard of having a whole day as a federal day of memorial. They're shutting down the post office tomorrow. I don't remember anybody else getting that. Did Nixon get that treatment? Reagan? I don't remember there ever being like all federal offices were shutting down for that thing. And some non-federal places are shutting down for Bush tomorrow. I mean, you talk about bound to tyrants. I mean, what the heck is that all about? I've never heard of that. I mean, you do the whole flag half-mast thing till the body's interned or whatever, but that's about it. I've never heard of all the offices closed and post office shutting down for no presidential burial or nothing, but that seems to be the case. I guess they fully indoctrinated everybody. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody maybe tell me I'm wrong. Hey, HRM, how's it going out your way? You probably don't have snow where you're at. But yeah, just an update. We're still behind the same truck. Still moving, crawling along. Getting by. M. Long says the bond vigilantes will rise from the dead. Right? Yeah, the bond market's going to write something. Something has to give, right? Either the bond market gets all squirrely and out of control, or inflation gets all squirrely and out of control, because they are checks upon themselves. So it's bound to happen, right, M. Long? Bug Out Bubby, you've got 20-cent hikes are common. Yeah, 50%, 50 cents is crazy. I mean, I think I've seen 10 cents. And when we had that shortage back in, it had to be 11 or 12, 2011 or 2012. I did a video on it when it actually happened. Gas spiked like almost 50%, 50 cents, and there were shortages because of that refinery fire over in Richmond or something like that. But it doesn't happen very often. Usually there's an indicator of why it's going down if it does. HRM, the markets are hurting them, not us. Well, HRM, it depends on who us is. A lot of people have a lot of exposure to the markets. They don't even know it, or they don't even think about it, I should say. Most people have mandatory savings, mandatory requirements, mandatory withdrawals out of their paychecks that go into a 401k. All that stuff feeds the stock market. That's why this stuff has been able to be propped up for so long. They've pumped more and more people into it involuntarily, and so many people are exposed to it that it's going to have a bigger effect than it has in the past when stock market does go because of that. But you know, if you don't, you know, may not be actively involved, but a lot of people are inactively involved that are going to lose their shorts. Bug Out Bubba, French Revolution didn't kill any Americans. That's all we care about, right? Mule, you're going in for surgery in January? All right, sir. We will keep you in mind, Mule. Come through that as unscathed and healthy as possible. They're not going to take anything off your body, are they? Are they removing body parts or what? Don't have to get too graphic, but hopefully it's not as non-invasive as they can get away with. Tommy Boy's got a jacked up left leg. Okay, Wes S says they did it for Reagan also. Did they? The post office shut down for Reagan? I do not remember that. You got the flu, HRM? No snow, but you got the flu. I will take the snow all day, every day before I'll take the flu. I haven't had the flu in, I haven't had the flu in decades. I might have had it once in like the 90s. But that thing's been missing me. Gossip going full blast in the room. In the room you're sitting in, like Mrs. Wes S, or you talking about here in the chat room? Yeah, West Wind gas has been going down. I mean, the $3 gas is like your $65 a barrel oil price. You know, we're down to $53 a barrel. We should be seeing, you know, $2.50 out here on the West Coast, you know. Ronnie Brown, what's going on, sir? How you doing out there? Mule Team, you're way more dangerous being cooped up where you are. I don't doubt that at all. You got too much time to think, right? You got all that time to think. Hey, what's up, Saints and Sappers? Who's enlisted, Saints? What are you talking about? Daniel got us by Judge. What's going on? Yeah, let it snow. I believe it's snowing in your neck of the woods already, right? Or still, or again. You probably got a little bit more than us. I know I saw Fourth Dimension did his video the other morning. It was snowing good. He was talking about all the jackasses driving by him. I didn't know how to drive. That's what we're dealing with right here. Okay, Mule, so they're not planning on taking anything? That's the plan, at least? That's good. Oh, Wes, it's not. I'm cool. I'm cool driving in traffic. I don't stress. I'm not going to have a problem. I can't get in a wreck right now. If I got in a wreck, it'd be bad for the other guy because I'm in a tank, so this F-250 ain't going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Over on the rumple strips a little bit there. Mrs. Wes S. is telling work stories. Some good stuff. Yeah, I guess. I don't tell work stories. No such thing. No, I'm just biding my time bug out, Bub. I'm not multitasking at all. Shell companies might go under if gas keeps coming down. Yeah, they can't do that fracking stuff at a certain break point, right? Is it $50 a barrel, or is it... I mean, we got to be getting close, right? Well, they're talking about an OPEC, too, with the whole oil price. They're talking about increase or decreasing production because they want that price to go back up. But they can't make up for Venezuela's lack of output. And there was just an article, too, that not Bahrain, Qatar was getting out of OPEC, which is huge. If OPEC breaks up, that's really going to put oil and gas in a whole new perspective, because if that money rig and outfit in OPEC gets broken up, if OPEC breaks, prices could drop quite significantly, you know, because that's all just a rig pricing game that they've been working on for years. Now, OPEC drives the dollar-backed oil too. The petrodollar is driven by OPEC as well, so I don't know. It could have bad implications across the board. I'm scrolling down, Kildare. I can only go so fast. I guess I am multitasking. M. Long says the dollar is above 97 on the index. That's why oil is down, plus demand is down. There's an OPEC action too, though, M. Long. You got to look out for that stuff too. And I'm pretty sure Venezuela's production is probably dropping like a rock. You got not much either, Daniel? Yeah, this stuff will be melted. Well, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, most of the day, on and off. This stuff will be around till Friday morning, Friday afternoon. It'll probably be gone. Hark bikes, hark the diesel you hear. Hark it is. Panzer Kampfwagen F-250. Right, M. Long? Yeah. The Panzer. It's definitely a tank. I have no fear, except for that 18-wheeler that might be hiding out around here somewhere. Got some at-home remedies. Truth Freeze is throwing out there. Cayenne, niacin. Tommy Boy says he can't believe how many drew in driving the truck in traffic. Right? Well, it's that time of the day, Tommy Boy. It's like you all are back home kicking it up. Everybody out here is still doing the evening routine, so it's that hour offset thing. But yeah, Tommy Boy, everybody misses out on the morning chats, right? If these people would show up for the morning chat, we'd have some fire comments, I'm sure. Be lit, as they say. Rooster Cogburn, hey, what's going on out your way? You're probably getting some good drenching from the rain. You're wishing for an economic collapse. A lot of them will want to go back home. Who's them? Are you talking about the invasion force? Killdeer was in an accident Sunday. Big rig ran off the road. There was a bad video I saw on the Facebook. I think I got some trucker friends, and this 18-wheeler had his front end, camera on, and he was slowing down for traffic, and this big rig came up down the shoulder, wrecked, turned over, like he wasn't able to stop. It was snowy and stuff like that, and he just barreled into the shoulder and the side of a little bit of an embankment. It looked like it was rough looking. Saints and Sappers, checkpoint, papers, the papers, mine hair. Yeah, right? Yeah, if there's a checkpoint ahead, we might get some good video. We might blow this chat up, Tommy boy, if we have a checkpoint ahead. Oh, man. That'd be a first. Rooster, you've got erythema intergo? I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. I need a doctor in here. Global migration while admitted genocide. UN's own papers. Is that right? Truth? I haven't seen that. Yeah, there's lots of theories on why these migrations are taking place, but they definitely want people moved first. It's just a matter of why. But I got Bubba, heard much of the monster earthquake in Alaska. I'll predict not the one that just went, not the big earthquake they just had, but an even bigger one in the future. I have not heard about that. We talked about yesterday, they'd had like 1,400 aftershocks after that 7.0. That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of trembling. Truth Free says Tony has seen towns cropping up in northern Nevada. What are you talking about? Tony ain't been in no northern Nevada. He was in North Las Vegas. He's escaping to Utah anyway, sounds like. We're starting to kick it in a little gear here. I think they might have cleared this thing up, or at least got it off the highway enough to get everybody by. Starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Even as slickery as it is, I might have to put it in four-wheel drive. You never know. Yep, second gear, right? Just a little bit, and it kicks back out. Just enough to, hey, we're getting above 10. Creeping along, right? Creeping along, creeping along. We might have a little bit of reception issue here. We might catch a dead spot and not drive through it fast enough. It's like people just forgot how to drive. They just don't know how to slow down is the problem, I would say. Looks like we almost got an inch of snow here. It's like a major feat. Maybe 2 to 3 by the morning. Just steady as you go. It was like 15 degrees this morning. Or was that yesterday morning? Yesterday morning. It was like 15 degrees. Nice and chilly. All right, Mule Team, we're being safe. We're going to be as safe as you can. It's always the other idiot you got to worry about 90% of the time, right? If you don't know what being an idiot looks like, it's probably you're the idiot. Steady as she goes. Looks like they might have the this little hill here they might have had a little problem with. Or not. I don't see no flashing lights. Where in the world did they go? Highway Patrol and the tow truck passed me back there right when I went live, but I haven't even caught up to them yet. Nope, killdeer, haven't seen a thing. I don't even know if anything did happen. Like I said, I don't see their lights. Usually the 5.0 keeps their whirligigs on top of them. Oh, that's the shoulder. Unreal. Miles and miles of traffic. Folks stopped on the highway going the other way. What's that all about? Well, I don't know. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe they cleared it out, got it moved before we got caught up to it. People are starting to spread out now. It looks like we made it past the excitement, folks. Thanks for checking in. We're going to check out and put it in gear here, moving on down the road. We'll see you in the morning chat. We might do an outside snow chat in the morning. Sounds like a good idea. Enjoy all the fun activities. All right, y'all have a good night. We'll see you later. Live free.